love baseball hats. The balder I get, the more I love them. What are you laughing about? There's the man of foresight. He's holding up a 08 Obama North Carolina license plate. There's the man who knew what to do. Hopefully we're going to make that worth a lot for you, sir. Folks, it's a delight to be here. You know, this election, to state the obvious, and it's not always so it's not so always so obvious. This election is about you. Now it's up to you.
Thank you.
You know, you saw the debates. You heard the policy positions of both the teams. You've seen me and Barack in North Carolina at least 10 times since the last convention. And Lord knows, you've seen enough television commercials. And now it's time to choose. To choose between doing the same thing we've done the past 8 years and expecting a different outcome, or choosing to tap into the oldest American belief of all, that we do not have to accept things the way they are. We have the power, literally, not figuratively. It's in your hands. We have the power to change. Folks, the question in this election is not about are you better off than you were 8 years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, with the economy in a crisis, workers losing their jobs, families watching their homes and incomes, they're losing their homes, their incomes decline, the cost of everything from health care to college on the rise, our standing in the world in decline. The answer to the question is not, are we better off? Everyone knows we're not better off. The real question is, how can we be better off 4 years from now? That's the question. And who will get us there? It's that basic, folks. This, in a sense, is the most simplistic, straightforward, unadorned election in my lifetime. And it's the most important election, obviously, for you first-time voters, but for anyone of any age in this beautiful quad. Ladies and gentlemen, and on that question, who's going to put us in a position for the next 4 years that we change our circumstance? It seems to me, you might expect me to say this, it seems to me the choice is very clear. And so, folks, you may have seen the last debate between John McCain and Barack Obama. And you saw John McCain feeling the need to declare that he was not George Bush. Well, ladies and gentlemen, John actually went so far as to try to compare this past week Barack Obama to George W. Bush. And then last week, John McCain started attacking George Bush's budget and fiscal policies. And, look, folks, I know Halloween's coming. But John McCain, dressed as an agent of change, that costume doesn't fit, folks. Especially when you realize that John McCain was the one who, for the better part of this past year, has been saying that under George Bush, we had made, quote, great economic progress. And just yesterday morning, I believe it was Meet the Press, one of the national shows John McCain was on. He said that, quote, he and President Bush, quote, share a common philosophy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is a straightforward, honest statement, and it's self-evident. But as my little granddaughter, I got a 10-year-old granddaughter, and her name is Finnegan Biden, cute as a button, and as Finnegan would say, hello, as if we didn't know this. Look, John's been lurching from pillar to post here. So just look.